Now, let's see here. I'll just hit that right in the middle as fast as you can.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Good, Harris. Good boy.
What's this for?
Oh, don't hit that. You'll hurt yourself if you hit
That
that.
you can't. That's a hard one.
Yeah. Remember your hammer fist?
Yeah.
Make a fist, hammer it down. Okay. Hit it right in the middle. Yeah, you got it. This is this one is a yellow board for yellow belt. So there's an easier board. It's a white board, and then you move up to yellow, and then orange, and green, and blue, and brown, and black. And the black one is 9 times as hard to break as this one. 9 times as hard. And then if you can break a black board, then you can start putting them together. So you break a yellow and a black, and an orange and a black, and a green and a black, and a blue and a black. And if you can break 2 blackboards.
It would be like a red.
Yeah. So that's right, you do red.
I want to go to.
Yeah. So you break blue boards.
I thought you were purple. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
If you can break 2 blackboards sandwiched together, that's 18 times as hard to break as this, then you're stronger and faster than I am, because I can't do it. I tried and I
What
just
is
hurt
that
my
like?
hand.
Is that like bigger and stronger than that?
Yeah, because if you can break a brown and a blackboard sandwiched together, then you're strong enough and fast enough to start breaking that.
Can I try it?
Want to check it? Here, you can take it.
Can I try it?
Don't drop it. Don't drop it.
Can I try breaking it?
No.
You break your hand.
Yeah, you need to train 3 years first. But you can check it and make sure it's real.
Bang.
So that's so I
You're
started.
probably kicking that.
Yeah, I've broken them kicking it.
I always have to kick
The thing is,
board
it's
with
easy.
one.
It's really easy to break kicking, and it doesn't look very cool. You know, if you just stomp on it, it doesn't look that interesting.
I don't think I could break that if I jumped on it.
I'll bet you could. Well, maybe. I don't know. How heavy are you?
I'm like 62 pounds.
Maybe not.
You say yes.
I said maybe. I was like, think about it. Should I say?
Did you get a chance to try breaking the board yet? You want to try it? Do you want to break it again?
Can I break it with like a regular?
You remember hammer fist? Hammer it down.
Can I break it with like a regular fist?
Hammer fist was like the first thing I
Good
learned.
job.
I
Whoa.
Yeah,
learned
try it with regular.
Can I try breaking it like that?
So I started.
Did I break the book?
Huh? I don't think you could. I don't. Yeah, books are a lot harder than.
Rigid stuff, because they're not rigid.
People ask me if I can break my own book, and I've never tried because I don't really want to, but I don't think I could. So yes, I can break that brick. I can break that brick because I've taken the martial arts seriously. 4 years ago, I started writing this book, and I realized this character, Alex, would have to be someone extraordinary to be able to write about.
Alex is a girl or boy?
Good boy. And to survive this horrible supervolcano. It's the worst natural disaster in recorded history. So Alex has to learn, he has to be someone very, very special. And he learns Taekwondo. And that's what's special about it. And so 4 years ago, I started taking Taekwondo lessons so I could learn.
Oh, I started taking it like
Yeah.
6 years ago.
And last April,
Oh, you took it?
yeah, after 3 years, I finally earned my black belt.
It took me 4 years to get red belt.
Yeah, so, and I was going kind of slow at first, but then when I realized that my book was going to be published, I decided I really wanted to do it. Do you guys read Korean?
No.
So this is, I told the Master Parker that what I wanted this to say was holds up hands. But she said, no, Mr. Mullin, you can't make it say something that's silly. It has to be something serious. So you know what it said to put on it? Determination. You know why? Determination. Because you have to be determined to be both a martial artist and a writer. Right? You have to be willing to go to the dojo, even when you're tired, even when you're sore, even when you don't want to. Right? And if you guys ever had a hard time writing something, like your teacher tells you to write something, you don't know what to write?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have, right? Have you? Yeah, so even professional writers sometimes have that experience, have a hard time writing something. So you need determination to be able to be a writer. You've experienced that, right? Yeah, definitely. Do you guys want to sit down just for a minute?
Yeah.
All right.
National.
Might be more comfortable.
No.
So-
National champion for Korea.
So I wrote this book, and this is about Alex. He's a 15-year-old, who lives in Cedar Falls, Iowa. And his mom decides that she wants the family to visit his uncle in Mullin, Illinois, just for the weekend. Just for the weekend. Alex doesn't want to go. In Cedar Falls, he has his computer, his games, he's got his friends, he's got his bike. He doesn't, and all there is in Mullin, Illinois are stinky goats. So he talks his mom into letting him stay home alone just for the weekend. Just for the weekend. He's 15, he's pretty responsible. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? And what does go wrong is the Yellowstone supervolcano erupts. Do you guys know, have you guys ever heard of the Yellowstone supervolcano before today?
No.
Anybody? No. No. So, you guys know what Old Faithful is?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's that, Old Faithful's that geyser in Yellowstone,
Yeah.
right? It spews water in the air. So, Old Faithful is kind of like a fountain. And if you have a fountain out here, something has to power it, right?
Yeah.
There's electricity, there's an electric motor, there's a pump, right? What powers those geysers in Yellowstone? Yeah, go ahead, you can just tell me.
Heat.
Heat, yeah, there's heat. In fact, there's a plume of magma 425 miles deep under the Earth's surface. And that plume of magma shoots up at the mantle of the Earth like a blowtorch. And every few 100,000 years, it builds up enough temperature and pressure that it erupts. And that's what we call the Yellowstone supervolcano. And it's not like a normal volcano. This is a volcano that my nephew Max, who's 15, built for me. And this volcano, it's like every kind of volcano you've studied in school, like Vesuvius or Pompeii, or stuff comes out the top, it falls nearby, and it builds up this conical mountain. So plenty of volcanoes. A supervolcano is different. When a supervolcano erupts, if there was a mountain there, it's blown away, destroyed completely. And when a supervolcano erupts, it exhausts so much material from deep under the Earth's surface that when it's done, the ground collapses. And all you have left is a hole. The last time the Yellowstone supervolcano erupted was 640,000 years ago. And do you know how big a hole it left?
What?
45 miles long by 34 miles wide.
Oh, and this is the biggest volcano.
Yeah, that's the biggest volcano. And so, have you guys been to Manhattan ever?
Yeah.
Everybody's been to Manhattan. You know how big Manhattan is?
Yeah.
If you were looking at that hole that just fell down and opened up, it's 45. It's almost 50 Manhattans would fit down in that hole, that caldera, that volcanic caldera. And so if you were standing at the lip of that hole and looking down into this awesome hole that just opened up, this caldera, and I put Manhattan down there, you'd be looking down at the top of the Empire State Building, 800 feet below you. So it's really huge, right? Mm-hmm. And so Alex, when that happens, Alex is home alone in Cedar Falls, Iowa. And this is what it's like for him. He's in the second floor of his house, and he's playing a computer game. And here's what happens. There was a rumble almost too low to hear, and the house shook a little. An earthquake, maybe, although we never have earthquakes in Iowa. The power went out. I stood to open up the curtains. I thought there might be enough light to read by, at least for a while. Then it happened. I heard a cracking noise like the sound the hackberry tree in our backyard had made when Dad cut it down last year, but louder, a whole forest of hackberries breaking together. The floor tilted and I fell across the suddenly angled room, my arms and legs flailing. I screamed but couldn't hear myself over the noise. A boom and then a whistling sound, incoming artillery from a war movie but played in reverse. My back hit the wall on the far side of the room, and the desk slid across the floor towards me. I ducked, put my hands over the back of my head, and the desk rolled, hit my right shoulder, and came to rest above me, forming a small triangular shape between the floor and the wall. I heard another crash, and everything shook violently for a second. I'd seen those stupid movies where the hero gets tossed around like a rag doll, and then springs up unhurt, ready to fight off the bad guys. If I were the star in one of those, I suppose I would have jumped up, thrown the desk aside, and leapt to battle whatever malevolent god had struck my house. I hate to disappoint, but I just lay there, curled in a ball, shaking in pure terror. It was too dark under the desk to see anything beyond my quivering knees, nor could I hear the noise of those few violent seconds that left my ears ringing loudly enough to drown out a marching band that wanted them passing by. Plaster dust choked the air, and I fought back a sneeze. I lay in that triangular cave for a minute, maybe longer. My body mostly quit shaking, and the ringing in my ears began to fade. I poked my right shoulder gingerly. It felt swollen, and touching it hurt. I might have lain there longer, checking my injuries, but I smelled something burning. So Alex is all alone, his house just fell on him, he's trapped, and his house is on fire. And that's just the first chapter. Then things get even worse for Alex. Because what happens with a supervolcano? It throws ash into the air, and it makes this enormous noise. And the noise is thunderous, and Alex has to hide in his neighbor's bathtub, and he puts toilet paper in his ears and headphones on over the toilet paper, and he hides in his neighbor's bathtub and from the noise, and he thinks tomorrow everything's got to get better. Tomorrow everything's got to be better. But the next day, there is no dawn the next day, because the ash has moved in, and it's dark, dark as night for a whole week. And in Cedar Falls, there's 2 feet of ash. 2 feet of ash is like 24 feet of snow. It weighs about the same. So if we put 24 feet of snow on this roof, what do you think could happen?
It'll crumble and collapse.
Yeah, we get smushed. We get smushed, right? And so houses start to fall down, and planes can't fly, and cars can't drive through all the ash. And so Alex realizes there's no way his parents can come and get him. And so he takes off on a lonely and dangerous journey across northeast Iowa, trying to find his family. And that's Ashfall. Do you guys want to see me try to break that?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't make you wait any longer. I know a little about the book. So I got to put on the right uniform, right? So, and then I'm going to sign the pieces, and we'll give them away. How's that? You want a piece of brick? Not really.
We don't have that. I like one.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get you one. If I succeed. If I fail, then we'll sign the pieces in my hand. If I hit this and it breaks, where did the force go?
Down.
Down into the brick, right? If I hit it and I fail, where did the force go? In my hand. So that's what hurts. That's what hurts. This is called palm heel strike.
Yeah.
You guys know. You guys, yeah. You guys have done some taekwondo or it's karate. You said, right?
No, taekwondo.
Taekwondo. Cool. That's awesome. What style do you do? Is it WTF or ITI or ATA?
Young Min Kim in White Plains.
Okay, I don't know them. I'm from Indianapolis. So, anyway, I do ATA, but there's at least 3 different big styles, and they're all good. I mean, they teach very similar things. So. Hold on a second. I had one more question for Mary.
Yes.
Is it okay to yell in the library?
Of course.
You can yell real loud, but
You guys remember what yelling means? Doesn't that mean to prepare?
it means what?
It means to prepare.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's real. And I'll sign these pieces. You guys can each take one home if you want. And then there's books in the back there. The library's selling. I think they're on
Did you break those
$15.
other bricks that are fat?
I have broken those before. Like I've hit this and broken one of those too, which is kind of weird, huh? But I think if I hit that just trying to break it, I probably would fail. You want one?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll get one for you, okay?
Whoa, he broke it like a perfect square.
It usually breaks like that because of the scores on the back, you know?
Yeah.
They make it break, usually in a line. Sometimes it breaks into 3 or 4, but normally it breaks like this. Right where that line was, it broke. There you go. And then there's books in the back. They're $15, and I'll sign those for free too if you want to buy one.
Yeah.
I think we should support Mike, huh?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Very nice.
I gotta tell you.
And so, you know, I practiced, and then I kept working my way up to blackboards, and then I started sandwiching them together, you know. And, when I got to 2 blackboards like this, with no space in between, if you put the space, it's easier. I couldn't do it anymore. And so then I started shopping for concrete patio papers. And I got these ones from Home Depot that were like about a 1/4 inch thicker than that and didn't have the score lines on the back. And oh man, I bruised my hand badly. Trying to break those things. They would not break. And then I found these that come from Menards, which is a local home improvement center in Indianapolis. And they're just a 1/4 inch thicker and they have that score and I can break them. So I started touring with those. And I started out this trip with 25 of those in my trunk. And my gas mileage, I think, is getting better and better as I break them and give them away.
So we need to give you some change for those, okay?
That might sign it.
Yeah, I'd be delighted to.
You got
Thanks.
this.